There's actually massive news today. Unironically, a big news day. Because this morning, the Activision Blizzard buy has officially happened. Xbox made a trailer today talking about it. Let's watch the trailer. You guys ready?
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The sounds of the earth are like music.
Call of Duty,
All the
Forza,
sounds of the earth are
Microsoft
like
Flight
music.
Simulator,
The
Sea of
breeze
Thieves,
is so busy, don't miss
Arius,
a
Diablo 4,
tree.
Overwatch, Fallout,
So,
Starfield.
This is home now. Home. Family.
That's cute.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
This is pretty good.
Oh, what a
We need an army.
I can get us an army.
I got a beautiful feeling.
This is actually really good.
Going my way.
It's about time.
We're a team. All of us. No one fights alone.
I'll follow you from here on out.
Oh, I forgot about. Remember Gears of War? Thought Microsoft forgot about them. It's a good day to play. Remember them. Man, that was actually pretty good. Better than I would have expected. Today, the actual buyout of Activision Blizzard King for, I think it was 69, I'm not even kidding, $1 billion happened. They put out a statement and everything about it. And on top of that, for now, nothing changes. However, this is reported by Jason Schreier. As the Microsoft Activision deal closes, Bobby Cockdick says that he will stay on as CEO through the end of the year. On January 1st, 2024, he will depart the company he took over 33 years ago. A massive change for the video game industry. So there is, it's looking like Bobby Kotick is actually... I'm gonna have to tell you guys, I really don't think this is his final form. I don't think he's just gonna retire. I don't think it's gonna happen. Right? I think, like, I don't know, is he gonna run for president? Like, is he gonna fucking, like, try to take over something else? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't. So, yeah, he's gonna go work at Unity now. Actually, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, true. They just got rid of the other guy. And, anyway, so it's looking like Bobby Kotick is gonna be out at some point. I mean, oh my god. I'm not really surprised by this. I think that oftentimes you have, senior leadership change-ups whenever you have a big company like this that gets bought out, especially if it's like the CEO, etc. So it kind of makes sense, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised to see the whole thing happen. Like, I kind of expected it to happen. I did. However, it happening, oh, that's something different, isn't it? So yeah, it's looking like we're all Xbox, Microsoft gamers now. What do you think this means for Sony? It probably means that they're still gonna have better exclusives on console. Besides that, I don't know. I have no idea. Please don't let them screw this up. Sony in shambles? Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at Nintendo. I mean, fuck. Nintendo's a bigger monopoly almost than either one of them. So, like, not in terms of, like, the size of the company, but in terms of, like, what they have control over. It's like no Nintendo games hardly are on PC or any other platform, right? Nintendo does their own thing completely. Yeah, they're in their own league. So, I really, really hope that WoW goes on Game Pass. Because if WoW goes on Game Pass, that's going to bring in so many new players to the game, because now they can actually get other value with the game. And there will be people that will come in and then leave the game and then not unsub because they have Game Pass. And like the ease of, like, the biggest barrier to entry for WoW is the fact that you have to spend $15 a month in order to play the game. You do. You have to spend $15 a month, and it's like, okay, well, what if I don't like the game? What if I'm only going to play it for one day? What if I don't know? So having it on Game Pass makes it to where people can effectively hedge their bets. Like, oh, it's on Game Pass. It's not a big deal if, you know, like the game isn't that great because at least I can go and play other games and I'm still getting something out of it, right? And you also have the existing Game Pass Andes that are using it, and now they're like, oh, well, I can just play WoW for free? Okay, I guess I'll try it out. So yes, this is a huge, massive thing. And I do think that if WoW goes on the Game Pass, we can look at a very bright future for World of Warcraft. If WoW doesn't go on the Game Pass, we'll have to see what happens. But I do think that it going on Game Pass is like, that means that Microsoft is investing a tremendous amount of value into it. Won't Blizz lose money if it goes to Game Pass? Exactly. They will. And that's why, so if they're losing money because it goes on the Game Pass, they don't lose money when it goes on the Game Pass. What that means is that they're going to be using it as what's called, it's like in stores, right? They're called loss leaders, where you have like something that's attached to like a bundle of products that is like the main reason why people buy something. Like, for example, how many of you guys subscribed to HBO Go whenever Game of Thrones was happening? Or how many of you guys subscribed to whatever like it is for like the Mandalorian, right? So and that's the loss leader, right? It gives it the higher value. Now, would people buy that individually? Yes, they would. But if you can bundle it with other things, you're going to have a number of the people that, you know, they watch Game of Thrones and maybe they keep their subscription accidentally, right? Or maybe they watch other shows as well. And that's how it happens. And in stores, like, for example, Black Friday, they do sell $100 TVs on Black Friday. However, that's not the majority of the sales. Those are the sales that are the ones they can put on the front page and say, oh my God, get the fuck in here right now. You need to get this. They're probably losing money on those televisions, but they know that once they get somebody in the store, there's a higher chance that that person is going to be willing to buy something else. And that's the point that I'm making. I'd rather them read through the game and then put it on Microsoft Game Pass. Well, I'm not sure. Like Costco chicken. Yes, Costco hot dogs, chicken, Sam's Club pizza, stuff like that. Yes, it gets people in the store, and I think they still probably make money off of it, but it's like nothing. But anyway, it gets people in the store, and then whenever they're in the store, then they buy the chair that's $200. So yes, this is a huge thing. And that's what I was saying, that if Microsoft is willing to put World of Warcraft on the Game Pass, it means that they have so much confidence in it that they are willing to lose the money that they will inevitably lose from like WoW subs to like transitioning them to Game Pass subs, because they think that it will be such an inducement of value that it will bring in more people overall. So yes, it's a huge thing. That bring better value then. So like, let me go ahead and explain why this is, why I hope they do this. So, in this circumstance, you would lose the money in the red, but you would gain the value in the green. Now, the problem with this is that value is not quantifiable in the same way that losing money is quantifiable. Like, you can gain a theoretical this many people or that many people, but it's very different than if you say we're going to lose $5 million. So yes, they will lose this money, but the logic is that in losing this money, that value goes over to these other two sides. And in doing so, it will cause people to maintain the subscriptions longer that will subsidize the loss of this money and then some. That is the logic. You understand how it works? It's it's pretty simple economics. Once you think about it, that's about it. Phil Spencer is old school gamer. Does this bode well for Classic Plus in your opinion? Yeah, I think this bodes well for Blizzard in general. I think that, like, I'm not the only person who feels this way. Blizzard has been in need of a shakeup for like 10 years. I think that everything that they've been making, besides maybe like one or two things, has been incredibly boring. There's nothing with like edge to it. There's nothing that's like it's not. It doesn't have any grit to it. It doesn't have any excitement. Like, you don't think about it whenever you finish it. You just play it and forget. It's stale. Yeah. It's got no girth. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Maybe Unity will want to see a good one. Yeah. Bobby was got to shareholders to the end. Dude somehow got Microsoft to buy his company. Now he's just walking off into the sunset. As I said, guys, I really don't think this is Bobby Kotick's final form. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I think that what's either going to happen is that Bobby Kotick will take on a separate leadership role at Microsoft, at overseeing their gaming stuff, or he will do something that's related to a metaverse. He's talked about that in almost every interview he's been in. So, and I've seen a number of them. I think that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, so Bobby will literally be your new god. In like 15 years, whenever the metaverse is like a legit thing, yes, Bobby will be God. It's the Bobbyverse. That's right. In those 33 years, he exponentially boosted both companies' revenue, managed to hide atrocities in the office for the better interest of the company, and even after exposure, somehow convinced Microsoft to fish them out for a sizable chunk of change. From a business sense, I think that he actually deserves a massive applause. I can't wait for you to read this and get mad. Not because you disagree, but because you know it is true. It's Bobby's world. There it is. It is amazing. He did it. Yes, he actually fucking did it. Despite all the odds, everything stacked against him, the entire world against him, Bobby is riding off into the sunset with close to $1 billion. Well, I think, no, probably another $1 billion. And to think that people really thought that he wasn't the main character. Oh my god. Bobby is the LeBron of gaming? I don't know what he is, man. You gotta give it to the man, yeah. Holy shit, knows how to make employees work through lunch. It will not happen because the token becomes useless. Oh, the WoW token? Oh, that's a very good point. I think we could see them redesigning the payment structure for WoW fundamentally. I think they have to. Yeah, I really think so. We'd be living as Bobby's world, nameless NPC. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. It's just... Holy shit. It's not Bobby's world. Yeah, Bobby won. Holy shit. Yeah, it's like whenever you really put it into perspective. Oh my god. Jesus, man. Bobby's on New Game Plus? Yeah. We won too, though. Yeah, that's the best part. Is that Bobby walks away with a massive bag. Nobody likes Bobby, but nobody's complaining. It's actually the best ending of the story. That the villain of the story somehow delivers salvation in a way that nobody really wanted or expected. And nobody can really complain about it, but everybody is like sitting there. The son of a bitch. You know, and he drives off into the horizon. Or, sorry, he sails off into the horizon on his yacht with a helipad on it. He's the hero nobody wants. That's right. It's actually a really good story. Whenever you think about it. Holy shit. Coming out with a pop... Yeah, Bobby with the popped collar, man. Isn't he alone and old? Yeah, but he's got kids, right? I mean, so it's not. I mean, he's never really alone. He's got kids, and it's whatever. And I'm sure, yeah, Bobby said, and this is the thing, right? Is he was complaining about this. He said that he couldn't go out on dates with girls because he would go out on a date with this chick, and everything was going really well, and they'd plan a second date, and then she'd go home and look him up, and then that was it. Yep. And he was complaining about this. He's like, guys, y'all have to stop writing these fucking articles. Like, this is really fucking with my life. Please stop it. Ban me in a year if Bobby won't get his own Netflix show about his life. Yeah, I know, man. And he's dating the wrong woman. Just get a gold digger and doesn't care. I mean, who knows? I'm not involved with Bobby's love. What the fuck do I know? But like, all I'm saying is that's what he said. But yes, it looks like at least until then, Bobby will stay on as CEO. And again, I really, really, really just don't think this is Bobby's final form. And to be honest with you, I kind of hope it's not, because it's been very entertaining so far. And yes, we are all Microsoft gamers. The merger has gone, or not merger, the acquisition has gone over and gone through. Microsoft now owns Activision Blizzard King. One of the biggest gaming acquisitions of all time happened today. Who was here? Well, we all were. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? This is kind of a big deal. Yeah, it's actually, yeah. So now that we're Microsoft gamers, do we have to defend Starfield? Look, there are limits to everything. Okay, Starfield, yeah, Starfield's not really that bad of a game, okay? Like, it's a really good game if you don't play it. The best way to play Starfield and enjoy it is to not play it. That's what you've got to do. Just don't play the game, and you're gonna be totally fine. I hope he goes to EA. They seem like a match made in hell. Yeah, exactly. His Bobby will live inside all of us. He's departing the company. Yep, there we go. Long live the king. There it is. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, $17 a month. Xbox Game Pass is unironically probably the best value thing that you can do right now for games. I think that Phil Spencer should pay me every single time I say that. But it is unironically one of the best value things that you can ever do with your money. It is $17 a month, and if you play video games even a little bit, you will probably never run out of games to play. There are multiple massive AAA games on Game Pass. I would 100% recommend it. So yes,